So what's up, guys? Good evening. Good evening. What's up, guys? Again, it's the 9th of November 2025, and it's a Sunday. Quite a great day. Anyway, how's your week been, or how's your weekend been? So this is a new week, and I'll be taking you through today this weekly technical analysis of the 10th till the 14th of November 2025 weekly technical analysis. And as usual, we are looking forward to see great movements. It is the second week of the month. We are looking forward to see great movements happening this month, or again this week, or even the coming weeks, or that's we remaining how many weeks? Like closely to 6 weeks before we get to the end of the year. So this has been the second last month of the year 2025. We're looking forward to see great moves. And so let's have a recap of last week. So last week we had the NFP on Friday, and again the market did displace, or again did some liquidity, or again the NFP didn't happen because again we have the government shutdown. Remember that. So the NFP didn't happen, and I believe probably it has been pushed to this week or any other week, which I'll later on say it. We'll probably be updating you in our day-to-day daily technical analysis. But so far, without for much ado, I can keep on talking. So let's have a look at what we have in the market, and as usual, I'll get started by having a look at the economic calendar, or again the fundamental analysis, to see what is there in the market, or which are those days that we anticipate to see high volatility in this market. So on Monday, we do have tomorrow, that is tomorrow, we do have medium impact news on the Australian dollar, on the euro, and again the pound, and again the New Zealand dollar. I cannot see any high impact news on the dollar. So we may see a day which is quite slow on Monday. And when you get to Tuesday, we can see we have very high impact news on the Australian dollar, and again medium impact news on the Australian dollar, focusing on the Westpac consumer confidence change, and again the Westpac consumer confidence index. So on the euro, we do have it will be public of okay, sorry, on the Amit's day. So there's no activity which is happening there. And again, during the Asian session, we'll be having still, I believe this will happen during the Asian close, already when the market has already closed. So we have high impact news from the Australian dollar, and again high impact news during the London session. That is on the pound, and that will be focusing on the BRC retail sales monitor. So I don't want to get into details with that. You can go read, you can click on it and go read about it entails. So on Tuesday, still we do have very high impact news on the unemployment rate and employment change. And you can see during the New York session, we do have, still on the euro, we have, and again on the euro, we have very high impact news that will be focusing on the ZEW economic sentiment index of November. And again, on the New York session, you do have very high impact news on the ADP employment change weekly. And when you look at Wednesday, so Wednesday, we have very high medium impact news during the Asian session on the Australian dollar. And again, on the euro, very high impact news on the ECB going to speech. We come on still on the London session, we have medium impact news. And again, during the New York session, very high impact news. Thursday, still, it seems quite a slow day. Still quite an interesting day because we have very high impact news on the Australian dollar, and again on the euro, medium impact news. The pound, very high impact news. And when you look at it on Thursday, we have very high impact news, as you can see, that is on the 13th, and very high impact news. So Thursday, we're anticipating to see madness in the market because again, we do have the CPI news. CPI, this is focused on the interest rate, and let's see what is likely to be happening probably on the dollar, because I'm looking forward to see currently probably this week we may retrace, and then later on we may see the continuation of the bullish move. You never know what may happen. So we'll see and break it down probably on the weekly technical analysis of what we anticipate to see. And when you approach on the Friday, you see that we still do have very high impact news on the euro and again on the dollar. So when you look at it this week, we have Friday, Thursday, and again Wednesday. Wednesday, medium impact news, and again Tuesday. So probably only tomorrow, that's when you don't have very high impact news. But again, what I would like you to understand is that before you execute heavily, we need to have made some money in between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the CPI news. Because again, the CPI may liquidate and then again change the trend direction. So you need to have already made some money at least Monday, Tuesday, in case you really want to trade on that day, or which is not really necessary, or because it's probably if you are not in profit or if you're not on a swing, then leave around that day. Not unless we want to be greedy. I hope we'll have made money on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday before even this November. Sorry, on Thursday, the 13th, or even Friday, because again, Friday is the end of the week. And so with that, let's get down to the technical analysis. And now, as usual, we'll get started by having a look at the dollar index. And now with the dollar index, yeah, we were looking at this. We have now this is now a new week, and now we need to change our levels. We have these current areas. Sorry, you have this was the previous weekly, and again now this current area. You can see this now the previous weekly support, and you can see it closed quite bearish, and will it continue moving in that bearish manner, or will it form some support and then continue pushing heavily bullish? Because again, this current area or this current chart or this market, we had this market on a heavy sell-off, all the way creating lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, new weekly lower low. Here we came and liquidated, and again the market came all the way coming to this current area whereby we had the previous lower high. We have now liquidated this current level. So could this market come? Remember, for this trade, we have been looking at it on this major time frame from this weekly higher low and again this weekly higher high. Could we have the potential of seeing these sellers coming in all the way from here, then see this market come all the way to this current level? You never know, or even break below this current lower low and create new lower lows below this current level, the 96.2. So we have that in mind. But wherever we are at now, we are this current level. So you're just trading in between these areas, and you never know whether it may create higher low, then continue pushing higher to this current area. Remember, we have another weekly lower high here, and we slightly broke above this current area, but again, didn't close above it. So we will look at it on the substructure. So that was the structure. When you look at it on the substructures of the daily time frame, now, this chart, whatever you get, we have the major point of imbalance, this current low. And again, this was a major higher low, higher high, higher low. We created new higher highs. Could we create new higher low at this current point? Then to give us more pressure to see this market pushing higher. So for this current area, what I'll do, I'll just mark my levels. And again, I'll be watching to see the market if it will break below this current area. We have this trend line. It takes 2 points to show that a trend is valid, but again, it takes 3 points to show that the trend is confirmed. So this current point, could we form a major higher low? If you look at it on the lower time frame, that's the 4-hour time frame, we have this major point of imbalance that we had been drawing earlier. We have this major point of imbalance, and again we have another major point of imbalance. Will this market break below this? Remember, we broke above this current level, higher low, higher high, higher low. We broke even above this current area. We created new higher highs all the way, and could we come all the way to this current level and break below it, or will we support and create new higher highs? So it's quite confusing on what is likely to be happening. I don't want to give a be biased on what is likely to be happening, or say that this is not the long-term move of what is likely to be happening from this current area, not unless the market supports itself and continue being bullish, or again breaks and retests this current area. So at the moment, we know the market is here, and if we look at it on the daily time frame, this is the previous daily resistance, this current area, previous daily resistance, and again this is the previous daily resistance, and again we have the daily support, which coincides with the weekly support. So could this market again tomorrow, or again, as I said, I'm trying to trade this probably before Thursday, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So could this market slightly pull back? Because again, we can see we have a slight point of imbalance when you look at it on the 4-hour time frame. We have a slight point of imbalance that the market is giving us some pressure, seeing the market continue pushing on. We have this slight point of imbalance. Will this market come, retest this current area, reject it? Then again, we see this market coming all the way down here to this current level, then gain some support. Could we gain some support, or could we break below? So in between, before we play out that move, I understand that the market here, whenever the dollar will be pushing on that seller, then what will we be doing on major pairs? We'll be buying. And that's why that's why I had a buys, because remember, for this trade, I was still patiently watching to see how the market will come all the way to this current area, to this major level. And you can see also the moving average 60 is just trading between that current area. You can see also how this low, the market has opportunities even coming all the way down here. Remember, wherever you're also trading, it's to your point, as I've said. So if we break below this current area, if we'll also look at it on the 1-hour time frame, let's say if you have another major point of imbalance, we have another serious major point of imbalance here, and the market is likely to even come all the way down here. You never know, because if we watch it in this manner, we have this high low, high high, And we have these as the 78.6, which is currently here, but also below the 78.6. This is the major point of imbalance, which is trading here. So we'll have broken below this current area, and I'll be waiting to see how the market will react in between these current levels. Here and here, I'll be keenly watching. So for that, as we expect to see the dollar now drop to that current area, retest the current level and drop to this current area, I'll be patient and I'll be understanding that most of all the other major pairs, I'll be looking forward to see that bullish move. So let's see a different chart and be able to understand the next move of this chart. This chart, that's what a huge, massive sell-off that started happened there, and we could be seeing the market heavily of being on that sell, and that could give us good major continuation of the on major pairs. So for this, we also broke above this current area. This was a major point of imbalance. You can see this huge point of imbalance with the market becoming all the way down there to retest it. So you have that support, and again, that's support resistance, previous daily resistance, and again now here, you watch it. This is a major point of imbalance. Now on the 4-hour time frame, if you look at it, major point of imbalance, could the market come all the way, retest this current level? We have another slight point of imbalance here. And these are the areas that I'm keenly watching to see the market, if it will retest. If it retests and rejects this current area, then I'll be continuing pushing or again continue buying with the dollar. And that will be telling me now the direction of most of all these other major pairs is majorly sell. So I'll be updating you each and every single day on what is happening or unfolding. So on this chart, similar thing, you can see things are just unfolding by themselves. This chart, we liquidate all the way here, we rejected the price of 100, coming all the way down here. That's a huge pressure of sellers coming in. And then again, when you look at it on the daily time frame, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, coming all the way down here. That's what we are looking for to see. And if I look at it on the 4-hour time frame, we have now this major point of imbalance, and that's what I'm keenly watching. Could this market now retest? This is a monthly resistance. Could it retest here? We get rejected. Then again, see this market push all the way down here. And for the market to push now down here, as I've said, we'll be anticipating to see most of all these other major pairs heavily bullish, probably before the CPI news, because the CPI may come and nullify or again distort everything that we have analyzed. So now let's get started by having a look at now some of all these other major pairs. That's the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, Euro, Euro New Zealand, gold, Euro GBP, GBP USD, and again the US30. Now for this, as you have seen, this is the now AUDUSD. AUDUSD is last week I was very man, this trade was quite crazy. We had a sell-off. We were looking forward to see this sell-off happen all the way down here. And as I said, for this trade, let me first trade this. For this trade, we have been trading in between. So now this is a new week. Sorry, let's first mark our levels. We need to mark our levels from the this current area. Weekly support. We have that weekly support. And again, we have this weekly resistance. So having that weekly as the weekly resistance, that's the weekly support. Looking at it on the daily time frame, we have some huge support that had been formed here. Now for this trade, if you look at it on the higher time frame, that's now been okay. In the higher time frame, we have been forming up higher low, higher high, higher low, higher low. I'll keep on repeating the same thing. So if you look at it now on the substructures of the daily time frame, we came all the way from this higher low. This is the monthly support, and again, this is the monthly resistance. We came a higher low, we create a new higher high, came all the way down here. And if you watch this trade, this level is now at the 78.6, and at the 78.6, I always let the market breathe and get rejected. We are broken above this current 78.6. You can see the market is getting rejected here. And as I said, from now this 78.6, we had the first rejection here, and that's why we saw the market push all the way. Once the 78.6 is rejected, I always anticipate to see the market coming all the way to the 38.2. The market came all the way to the 38.2. But if you want to see now here, don't forget these are monthly support. This is the previous weekly support. And again, these are major higher low. We haven't created any new higher highs. These are major lower high. But again, if you look at it in a different dimension if you look at it on the 4 time frame, we have come all the way from this higher low. We have broken above this current low high, higher low all the way. And now for this current level, if you watch it in this manner, this current area reacts as up 17.6. I always let, once the market drops from the 17.6, I always let it come to the 38.2. Previously, it had happened on the other chart or on the other time frame, or that happened last week. So for this, now this is the previous daily. Now we have this as daily support. We will not keep on drawing daily support, daily resistance. closed slightly at 0.65, which is slightly below our institutional level. So for this trade, what I'm looking at now in the 4-hour time frame, I've been jumping on this trade. That was on Thursday. Was it Thursday? I've been buying my buys here. Then I saw the market is just like dropping. And my stop loss was here. I wasn't even touched. My stop loss was below this kind of trade. I wasn't even touched, but I don't know why I had to close the trade. Jumped again on Friday. Then again, after the NFP, I closed the trade, but it happens because I didn't want to have any running trades. But anyway, what I'm looking at in this chart, if you look at it in this dimension, as you know, USD is a slow pair, but again, it's one of my favorite pairs. So if you look at it in this manner, this being the highs and this current areas being which were broken, you had the first break, came all the way, retested this current level, and now we have now formed a major higher low. If you look at it also, we try extend this. The market is will try probably slightly pull back here. We'll slightly pull back here and all the way. Once it pulled back all the way down here, we may retest this current level and then again see this market heavily push above this current area. Now, at this current point or this current level, what we are looking at on this daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame. Now, this current level is what I want to see now, probably this week or again Monday, this Monday. Could we get the market coming slightly to this current area at the previous daily support? Could we get the market supporting all the way down here? Then again, once it supports, I'll get a good buy entry. Because again, also if I look at it, we have a major point of imbalance. So let's draw it also on the point of just here at the point of imbalance. Could the market come all the way down here, support itself well? Then once it supports itself well, we may get, because already you are broken above this lower high, you'll create a new higher high. So the market coming all the way down here, you'll be watching this current area. And if you look at it on this time frame, it's reacting at the 50% of the 61.8%. So once you get an entry at this current area, that will be a good move. Because again, what you're risking, you're focusing on this trade moving from this current area or this current move from this current level, and you're risking closely to 30 pips. Yeah, 30 pips. And again, if we have said we are looking at this trade coming all the way to this current level, and you're focusing to a risk ratio of closely to 1:2. Yeah, risk ratio of 1:2. That's all that I'm watching on USD. And so that gives me a good understanding that at this current area now, I would be patient and wait to see now the next level of how the market react. Because don't forget, this market was trying to be on this sell-off. If you look at the substructures, high, lower, low, lower, high. We haven't created any new lower lows. So we are trying to retest this major area. Remember, we also have a major point of imbalance here on the 1-hour time frame. Major point of imbalance, and as I've said, we need to see the market retesting this current area. So that's what I'm watching. That's close to how many number of pips? 70 pips. Yeah, 70 all the way from here till there, 0.665, 0.655. That's a good point, and that will be closer to 7 pips. So that's all on USD. And again, next pair of discussion is New Zealand USD. And for New Zealand USD, similar reaction. New Zealand USD most in direction with USD. So for this trade, what I'm looking at now, for this trade, we have now gotten close to we have now hit the 78.6 level. Now, for this trade, will we get to see the continuation of this heavy bullish move, or will we come to retest this 61.8? Remember, this was a 61.8 that had been broken here. So for this trade, we had it in this manner. Let's first get rid of these. Let's get rid of these and these, and these. Yeah. So we have this current higher low, higher high. We came all the way. We have now come to the 78.6. So will this trade come all the way to the 38.2? I don't really think so. The market will just react heavily. But okay, let's not really focus on the majorly on the high move, or let's just focus on the current peak. Probably after the end, the CPI, we could now get a better angle of seeing this trade, how it will react. But for this, now we have touched the 78.6. If you look at it, I need to see if this market will come, retest this current area. This was a lower low, which can be clearly seen on the daily time frame. You can see these are lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Could the market come retest this current level or this 61.8? Then from there, then I could be understanding what is likely to be happening next. Because again, this has a closer to a pip count of close to 100 pips. And I don't want to trade much on this trade because, again, when I have USD, I don't like jumping on another trade. USD, I don't like having the same trades or, again, same pairs of the Asian session Like two pairs at the same time? No. You may be on the wrong direction, and then you may mess up in just two pairs. Why? Why do all that? You better risk on one quite heavily. So since you've touched the 78.6, and again, if I look at it on the daily time frame, now this is the previous daily resistance. This is the weekly support. We have the daily resistance here. There you go. Now this daily resistance is a crucial point because again, when I watch it on the 4-hour time frame, you can see how the market is trying to react. Now we can take this as a 70 hours, 100%, and again, this is the 0%. The only thing that the market could do here is just try liquidate, probably liquidate here, just get slightly liquidate the near the previous low, the weekly low, and again try reject, because I'm watching this market coming all the way, take out this current level, and again probably come retest this this major point of imbalance, which I can clearly see on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, which can be clearly seen on the 4-hour time frame. So we have a chance of seeing this market coming all the way up here, or before that, could the market come, or after that, if the market breaks above this, we have this major point. We'll also have another major lower high here. So we have chances of seeing closer to a couple number of pips from this current low to this current area. That's 80 to 90 pips. So be keen. This is a monthly support that happened last month. So the market may react from this current area. So I'm watching to see this trade, if it will come all the way up here. And how Monday closes will determine on how we can take our trade for Tuesday and again on Wednesday before the CPI news. So I'm just preparing you to not trade the news, but trade before it has happened. Then again, you could be on a good direction. So next bit of discussion is euro out. Euro out now for this trade. Man, on Friday, it messed me up. I was trying to sell it. I don't know why, the reason why I was selling it, but it made me okay. I'm long-term bullish on this trade. Remember, we have been looking for to see this trade heavily bullish. And last week, it closed and tried breaking above the previous weekly resistance. Now, from this weekly support, or again this weekly time frame, we have this higher low, higher high. This is a major low high that touched all the way at this current point. We formed some major support levels, and now we have a new weekly resistance. And again, now we have this as the previous weekly support. There you go. So previous weekly support, and again, when you look at it on the daily time frame, now we have this as the daily support. There you go. These are the daily support. Then when I watch this trade, we broke above this current area. So let's get rid of this. We had a major lower high, and the market came all the way up here to this current area. We broke above this lower high. We had this huge surge that was on Thursday. Market came all the way, broke above this current area, and then again pushed lower. So when you look at it on the lower time frame, that's the substructures of the 4-hour time frame. The market broke above this lower high, came all the way to this lower high, and when I watch this trade in this manner, this current area is reacting at a major point of interest. These are 61.8, 50%. So whenever the market touches our 50%, I would like to see this market coming all the way, liquidate itself at the 23.6%. Let me show you. Before even you forget about the Fibonacci, you can see this is a huge sell that is trying to happen here, or retracement that is trying to happen here. Because now here is the major point of imbalance. We had this higher low, higher high, higher low. We have created new higher highs, higher low, higher high. I need to see this current area. This current area wasn't retested. This is a huge major point of imbalance, and I need to see it being retested, or again gain some major support level there. And once we gain some major support at that current area, the market could give us some potential of the continuation of that bullish move. From this current area, we could now reject this current level. And then once we reject this current area, seeing this market continue heavily bullish. Because again, for this trade, I'm watching to see this market give us a chance of coming all the way to this current area of the 78.6%. Look at it. There you go. So you see this market coming all the way to this current area. 17.6% is the area of interest that I'm watching now. When I extend this, let's see, we have that current level. There you go. So you have it there, and again we have now this current area as a major liquidity point. So that's the 17.6. And now that's the area. If we could get a trade here, you cannot play around now with this swing. You cannot play around with this swing because again, the number of pips that you'll be risking on this trade. You're watching this, and again, you're watching to see this trade come all the way there, and your stop loss should be slightly. How many number of pips? Probably you can even risk 70. But how many number of pips? Just ask yourself, how many number of pips are you trading closely to 350 pips. Risk ratio of 1:5. That's insane. And you could be patient for weeks, 1, 2, 3 weeks, and you'll be able to finish the challenge. And this is one trade that I'm keenly watching or closely monitoring, waiting for it, how it's going to play out. Because again, I'll be patiently waiting to see this market now break above this current area. Once it forms some good support here, then once it forms some good support, and again closes well, slightly even above this current area, get rejected, I'll be seeing this market come all the way, first take profit all the way here, and look at this current, how many number of pips. From this current level, if you look at it from here to here, you have 180 pips. A break above that, I'll be watching 1.8, and then again all the way to this current area. We'll have even broken our 78.6 price level. So that's a good move that I'm keenly watching. And remember, this is a good pair. It's a huge number of pips. I don't know why I'm really trading other pairs, like other pairs that have just been stubborn, but we have some good chances, high probability trades that we have this week. So that's for Euro New Zealand, Euro out. And again, similar thing, Euro New Zealand. Now for Euro New Zealand, we broke all the structures. We broke above this higher high. We created new higher highs. And similarly, we expect to see this trade pull back and create major levels of support. And again, continue in that bullish move. Now for this trade, if you look at it on the weekly time frame, so I want to spend a few we have a few. So probably in the next 10 minutes, I hope I'll be done with this analysis. So, but I'll be explaining everything into detail. So for this, we have the weekly resistance. And again, now we have these are the weekly support. There we go. So these current areas, when you watch it, this is the weekly resistance, weekly support. We now want to see the markets try to pull back all the way at around a major point, give us some major higher low. Then again, see this market maybe to continue pushing higher. So we broke a major point, and I can see this major point that was broken was this current 78.6, which currently here. But here I can clearly see a major point of imbalance. Will the market come all the way down here at this current daily time frame? Will it come all the way down here, try to support itself, or again form some major point of imbalance? Or will this market, because again, now this is the previous daily support. Now this current area has been taken out. This was Thursday low. For this market, because this is a major support, could this market, we have this major point of imbalance now in between this area and this current level. With the market, I would like to see this market, if it will come all the way to this current area. This was 78.6 that was broken. And could we retest it? That's all that I'm watching. Could we retest that 78.6? Because once it's retested, and could it retest or again retest, get rejected, or again, could it reject this? And when I mean I reject, could it come all the way down here, support itself, then again continue pushing higher? Or could this there, that dimension that I'm seeing this trade, when I look at it on the 4-hour time frame, we have this current area that was heavily broken, you can see, and we have these major levels, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we are trading in between this current higher low and this current higher high. So which is the current area that market could be likely coming all the way? We have this huge fair value gap. Many call it fair value gap. Others major point of imbalance. Others, you never know the area of interest that was broken. You never know. It's all the place, all named, but these are huge major point of imbalance. We broke above this higher high, higher low. Could the market, because this was a higher high, which was broken. Once a higher high is broken, we must retest that current level. And that's why I'm saying, could this market come all the way from this current level, come all the way to this current area, or again, 61.8, 50%, retest it. Then from there, once it's retested, we form some good support. Then from this support, we could give ourselves some good potential of seeing this trade come all the way to this current area. And that's again another insane number of pips. How many? 320 pips. That's the similar thing to the other trade. And that's what I'm watching. And for a good entry now for this trade, and also for Euro New Zealand, or Euro out, I didn't explain that, which was slightly good. This market now, the market will not just come here. This is a huge support. So probably on Monday, we get the market coming here, slightly pull back, support itself, resist this current area, get rejected. Then once it's rejected, come all the way down up here, get rejected, and see this market come liquidate itself all the way down here to the next major point of imbalance. So be keen on this, because again, I'm still keenly watching it, because it broke above this major point. This is also a major higher low, and for it breaking here, it may be quick fast, or again, it may resist. It may support itself and reject this current area. But I'm looking forward to see it break below and come to this current areas. So begin on that, and we'll have a good pip count. So if you can sell all the way from here till here, you have close to 180 pips. So that's all on Euro New Zealand. And next bit of discussion is gold. For gold now, if you look at gold, we watch it on the higher time frame from the. I'll be brief on gold and quick fast on gold because again, it has been on a long term. We have been watching gold heavily bullish long term, but again, it has come to a standstill at some point. And at this major points, we had this major point of imbalance. The market supported, well, got rejected. Last week we got that current area, also some similar the market traded in between this candlestick. But what I cannot say here, at the price of 3,800 and in between 3,900, we have a major point of imbalance on the weekly time frame. When I look at this major point of imbalance on the daily time frame, when you have this on the daily time frame, I can see this market is forming an ascending channel. And whenever the market forms an ascending channel, the next move that I'm always patient to see is a huge sell-off. So don't forget, at the moment, we are trading in between. This is an ascending channel on the substructures or also on the higher time frame. It looks like it's trying to push higher, continue or heavily bullish. But again, I'm looking forward to see the market liquidate itself all the way down here at the prices of 3,850 or 3,830 or 3,800. But before that, where did we trade? Why are we trading in between? Now we have the weekly resistance here. So we need to mark our levels again. We have now the previous weekly resistance. We have now this current weekly resistance. Weekly resistance. Again, we have now these are the weekly support. These are the weekly support. And again, now if you look at it on the daily time frame, we have this major area as the daily support. Daily support. And again, this is the major daily resistance. These are the daily resistance. Daily support, daily resistance. So I'm looking for did the market, those buyers that are the buyers that are pumping in all the way from this current area, we have these huge higher lows created. Could we come liquidate itself all the way here at the price of 4,050 and even above that? Because again, when I look at it on the 4-hour time frame, this was a major point of imbalance on the daily time frame, which again, I'm trying now to get rid of it because again, the market is trying to break above it, and that's what I'm watching. So let's just put it something small, not quite bold. Yeah, we can easily watch this. This is an ascending channel that is forming up here. I really want to see if the market will come all the way, liquidate itself as a major point of imbalance. When I also watch it on a clean chart. Now, this is what I see on a clean chart. We have this on a clean chart. The reason why I'm saying about this buy. So what has happened here? I don't know. Oh, yeah, very good. So on this chart, if you look at it, this is a major point of imbalance that I'm seeing the market. We need to see it break all the way, come all the way down. So we have this current area, previous daily resistance. That's the Friday low and the Friday high here. This is the major point of imbalance that I was talking about on the daily time frame. I want to see the market liquidate above it because again, this hasn't formed. It was forming as a lower high. If it formed as a lower high, we needed to see it form new lower lows, break below this current area. So could we get more pressure of sellers coming in at the higher time frame? That's the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, as I've seen, as you can see, we have a major point of imbalance here at the price of 4,090 or 4,080. The market has high chances of coming all the way up there. But in between these, the 4,000 and the 4,000 and 4,100, we have a 500 people, which is the 4,050 price level, which comes here. Should I keep on doing it again? 4,050 comes in here. So the market breaking here will be a good point because again, the market may take some time before breaking there, but we need to see a huge candlestick breaking above it. So here, what I'm watching now on this Monday or this probably or this coming days, I need to see the market, how it will react. So let's first get rid of these. We broke now on the substructures we have been forming up. What have we been forming up? This was a major lower high, lower low. And when I take out this current area, look at this in this manner. This was our 17.6, slight rejection. I want you to understand this. This is a slight rejection that has happened here near the daily resistance at the 17.6. Could this market come all the way back all the way to the 38.2, or could it support at this current area? Whenever the market touches the 17.6, I always let it come to the 38.2. But now, in this case, what we are forming up here, we have been forming up higher lows, higher lows, new higher highs. Let's get rid of this. So if this market breaks above that, can you see the extension levels where they come? They coincide with the price of 4,070 and 4,090. So if you look at it here on the lower time frame, look at it. Look at it. It broke above this current area, which started forming up like a descending channel. If you look at it in this manner. If you look at it in this manner, the market is dancing in between this current descending channel all the way, all the way. So let's get rid of this. This is our major point of support. So here we have some huge rejections, higher low, higher high, higher low, new higher highs. So I really, really want to see how the market will react in between this current area. So which is the first rejection that we had? How the market will react from this current candlestick? Or could this market come all the way to this current previous? So this is the previous daily support. So could this market come all the way down here, test this previous daily support, then get rejected? Because again, if it forms some good support there, then that's a good trade. I'll be watching how the market reacts. That's a major support level. That's a good area to buy your to get in a good trade for buy, or again the lowest point here. Because again, you're risking this number of pips in between this and this. That's close to how many number of pips? 80 pips. Yeah. 90 pips, then again, you're focusing on to see this trade coming all the way back to this high and a break above that coming all the way to these current highs. So that's all on gold. Be keen on that before even the CPI news. Be keen on how you're trading gold, because again, despite us even trying to analyze all this, then you go mess up with your lot sizes, then you'll fuck up everything. So you can see that's 61.8. I would like to see it come to the 78.6, get rejected, then again, and we'll flow up with the trade. Because again, also if I extend this to this current area, we have this, yeah, we have this trade. So let's get rid of this. We have this trading in between this playground. We just trading in between these. And the market is just bouncing all the way, lower high, lower low. We haven't created it. If it's resisting to form new lower low, we need to break below this and come break below this current area. But don't forget, we also have another major point of imbalance. So I'll be keen watching how the market reacts in between this current area or this current level. That's good area of entry. You could have that good swing all the way to the current areas of target or the target that I've talked about. So that's all of gold. And next part of discussion is Euro GBP. Euro GBP. Again, we have been looking forward to see this trade heavily bullish. But again, all that is happening now on the euros, it's just a retracement. Then again, we'll have the continuation of these major bullish moves. So for this trade, if you look at now on the higher time frame, that's the weekly time frame. For this trade, we have now these are the weekly support. Weekly support, we have this current area as the weekly resistance. We broke above last week. We broke above the monthly resistance. And when I watched on the daily time frame, we have that huge sell-off. Could this market break below this? And the reason why for breaking it, as we had discussed earlier, we had major level here. You can see these were major level that market was rejecting, breaking below. But all that we have been creating is higher low, higher high, higher low. I talked about this. We are looking forward to see this market come break above this current area. And we were targeting the price of 0.885 and 0.89. So we still have a chance of seeing this market coming all the way up there. But in between this, what is happening? I need to get a major point of imbalance. When I look at the substructures, on the daily time frame, sorry, when you look at the daily time frame, we have this current area. Then now the daily support. That's the daily support. We have now these are areas, the daily resistance. And daily support, daily resistance. And when we look at it on the 4-hour time frame, the market is looking quite trying to push lower. So I have this huge point of imbalance here, as you can see. This is a major higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. I would like to see this major point because again, we have created and we haven't pushed far away from this current area. We haven't touched our targets that I've talked about, the 0.885 and 0.89. I would like to see the market liquidate below this current area and then again get a major point of support, then again get rejected to see this market give us a continuation of this bullish move. Now, if I look at this trade from this current high to this current low, I can see the extension levels. If the market breaks all the way from here, we can see it coincides with our major point of imbalance. So I'd like to see the market liquidate itself all the way down here to this current area. And if you jump on this trade for good entry, if we can get a good entry, we would get a good entry in between these current areas. So let's get rid of these. I don't know how to show this. This was due to the fact that of this current major lower high. Sorry, this major point of imbalance. But now we have this current area of imbalance now. So I would like to see how the market will react probably tomorrow. Try come liquidate from get reject from the current area, get a good entry, then you can jump all the way for sales. That's close to 50 pips. Yeah, 50 pips. And again, how many number of pips are you risking? 30 or even 25. So that's a risk ratio of 1:2. That's all on Euro GBP. And then next bit of discussion is GBP USD. Now, for GBP USD, similar thing we have been talking about, we are looking forward to see the sum of all these major pairs retracing on that bullish move. That's that, as we have discussed, we are looking forward to see the dollar on that bearish move. So for this, what are you seeing? We have touched on a major point. You can see how that candlestick is very, very strong, very, very strong. So when you look at it in this manner, on this higher low, we have this current high. That area reacts at a 61.8. Whenever I see a 61.8 touched, that tells me the market is heading to that 8.2 or the 23.6. This is a quite volatile pair. And we broke below this current area. Below the current levels. This was a major higher low, higher high. We broke all that, was nullified or liquidated. And you can see the market where it extended all the way, trend coming all the way down here. But now, what have we formed? We have not formed this as the weekly support. Weekly resistance, weekly support. Then when you have those current areas, those current dimensions, we have now the daily time frame. We have this now, the previous daily support. I remember around this trade was it on Wednesday? Wednesday. Yeah, I won some pips on Wednesday. Oh no, on Thursday I won some pips on it because I bought it all the way from here, played around 70 pips, and it made me earn like 2,000 on the challenge. And all that was eaten out by trying to play around with some other pairs that I came mismanaging. Anyway, forget about that. So for this GBPSD now, we have these as the major daily resistance, or again weekly resistance. We have broken above these lower highs that are currently here. But again, when I watch this trade, you can see we have this huge point of imbalance. Could the market come all the way down here, support itself well? Then again, it could get a momentum for seeing this trade coming all the way to this current area that was broken, or even a break above that. We have another major point of imbalance here. There you go. So, sorry, this is on the daily time frame. So let's see we have it on the 4-hour time frame. There you go. We have this current area, this current chart, this current area. We have it there. So when you watch it in this manner, we have this as the lower high, and all that I'm watching. So let's just get rid of this because already the market broke up below this current area. So let's get rid of this. This was a major point of lower low. The market was there. Now we have this as the lower high, lower low. So if I watch this trade, we broke above these current areas. You can see. So how is the market reaction here? Could we break quick fast, or could we come support itself and then again get rejected? So what I'm watching here, we have it here in this manner. This reacts as a 17.6. So let's even get back here. We have this major point of imbalance in between these current areas. There you go. And you have these. You can see it also coincides with our 17.6 price level. So for this trade, we are watching to come all the way up, down, up here. So we are watching to see this trade come all the way up to this current area. And when we watch it on the 4-hour time frame, there you go. There you go. So we have this trade coming. Where are we trading at now on this chart? The current area of interest that you are watching, we are closing at the 50%. Whenever a 50% we touch, I always let it come out, the breathe till the 23.6%. So we may try break, liquidate here, come all the way and try come, support itself, liquidate itself. Then from there, we could gain some momentum of seeing this trade heavily bullish, coming all the way to this strong point. I would like to see again a break above that, come all the way to this current area, because we'll have been retested. We'll have retested slightly above this current level and even above our trend line. So we have that possibility or probability on this trade. Be keen to watch these moves, because again, anything that I've mentioned here, it's not that it will happen exactly like that, but be keen to watch if those patterns form, as I've talked about, because again, you can see these were major support, these were equal lows that were here. They are liquidated. The market came all the way, created new lower lows, lower low, lower high. We created new lower lows. Could we create new lower highs all the way to this current area, or you need to come to the 6.8 or to the 78.6? So you need to understand that. Where are we heading to, or what is happening next? So if I watch also this manner, I can see this trade. We have a major point of imbalance here. And with this major point of imbalance, that's a good level that I would like to buy. Could the trade come all the way down here? It doesn't really need to come. It doesn't really need to come to take out this current area. But how Monday closes will determine how Tuesday will be. Then again, we can get the flow for Wednesday. Then from Thursday, it's totally different. So we just want to have a trade for Monday and Tuesday. Done. And we can kill it for a whole week and we'll be good. So that's all on GBPSD. Be keen, get some good number of pips, and then again, jump on a good entry. And then you can swing around with the trade, play around with it, and then move to the next move. Because again, these are lower high, sorry, higher high, higher low. So if the market continues resisting here, you never know how the market here will react. These are huge support, huge support. Sorry, resistance that is currently here. And then again, here we may form some good support, huge support, liquidate, and contribution high. So next bit of discussion is the US30. Now for US30, I've been keenly watching this trade, how the market react. It has been reacting as we have been speculating. Now for this trade, we have been expecting the US stocks to heavily be bullish. And last week, for the last few weeks, it has been quite slow, quite sluggish. We opened with a gap last week, and again, the gap was filled heavily, and you can see how the market is reacting: higher low, higher high, higher low. We are looking forward to seeing new higher lows. I talked about this trade. When you look at it on the daily time frame now, when you look at it on the daily time, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So here we have the weekly resistance, weekly support, and this was a major point of imbalance when you look at it on the daily time frame. These are daily high. So I don't want to keep on drawing again. We already know these are huge bullish candlestick. That is how it closed. But I would like to wait for the trade to give us a good entry, to give me a better entry for this trade. Now, when I watch this trade, this current area, we had a rejection. We were looking forward to see this current area. We had marked it earlier. I was watching to see how the market will react from this current area. We got a huge rejection. And now for this trade, when I look at it on the 1 hour time frame, we have this major level, huge major point of imbalance, another huge major point of imbalance. So how will the market react in between this current area or this current level? So at this area, we have this major level of resistance, this huge resistance that was built up here, and take out this lower high, lower low, that 8.2, which is currently here. I want to see how the market will react, come all the bounce back here, get rejected, and I'm watching to see this trade continue heavily bullish. That's on the 4 hour time frame, on the higher time frame. You have it this manner, that trade, that manner. So we're looking at it in the lower time frame. I'm watching to see this trade bounce here, get rejected from this current area, get rejected. And once it's rejected from this current area, we can jump on a good entry, because I'm watching to see my first week profits all the way here and come break above the weekly resistance. Because for this trade, the next move that I'll be watching is for it to come to the 78.6. If it doesn't come to the 78.6, then what else am I trading? Why am I trading this? Then from this 78.6 coincides with the previous weekly resistance. Can you see this? It exactly coincides with the weekly resistance. So that's a clean area or clean level that many people will use, or many of you need to watch. Not many people, many for those who will be watching this, because once started at 8.2, reject, come all the way to 23.6, get rejected, come to this current area 17.6. You have crazy number of pips from there, depending on the broker that you'll be using. You have close it to, it depends, 80, others will be 800 pips, other brokers will give you 8,000 pips. It's crazy. It depends on the broker that you know. How's the peak value of the US30 in that broker? So for this, I'm looking for that could move happen. So I'll be patient with this trade. This is one of the trades that I'm keenly watching or made very ready to take it on. And because of what I'm risking, the reason what I'm saying about this trade, what I'll be risking is my stop loss will be slightly below, will be exactly at the weekly support. So me trying to go against that move, then that would be mad of me. So that's a clean move that I'm waiting to play. And I believe that's all. We have done a 15-minute video. And yeah, in case I get any updates, I'll be updating you as usual. As you know, I always update you. Be keen, be careful with this tweak. Don't mess up. I don't want to mess up. I just want to be keen. We have been having good setup, but despite us having good setup, we at some point you fuck up. You get each and every single day you mess up. So I'll be updating you in the due course of the week, each and every single day. But watch and learn everything I've talked about and trade safe. And again, if you have any question, hit me up and I'll be ready to answer. I'll post all these on YouTube. I have now a YouTube channel, executive.capital. Watch me on Telegram, either TikTok. You can watch me also on Instagram. So that's all. Again, if you want to hit me up, I've just said I'll be ready to answer your question. And again, I'm ready to interact with anyone. Trade safe. And again, looking forward to win big for everyone. So that's all for the week of 10th to the 14th of November 2025. And see you again on Tuesday. Or again, if I get any update or breakdown for the week, for the day or Monday. So that's all again. And I would like to stop it at that. And it's adios from me. Bye-bye.